we got to talk about. Last week we were talking about the David Prize. So apparently you have to have a whole plan. You have to submit. And I was looking at the website before today. I wanted to make you nominate me on the show for the David Prize, which is a prize in New York City where you get $200,000. I decided that's stupid because apparently they don't care if you nominate yourself or somebody else nominates you. And I think that should matter.
That should 100% matter.
This is what our fourth thing. That's a get-rich-quick kind of random scam to make money.
I'm trying to remember if I brought... No, I think this is only the third.
This is just like one. Yeah, all right. So this is the third grant.
Yeah, we have a fourth one.
We do have a fourth one. We have a fourth one that's definitely going to be following because we have to talk about how fucking weird this one is. But the David Prize, I'm going to figure it out. I don't go to the FAQs on the David Prize's website. They don't really tell you. They're just like, we're just looking for dynamic New Yorkers with a plan. A plan for fucking what, dude? All right, a plan for what? Dave, you gotta help me out. Tell me what you need. They're just like, well, do New Yorkers really want to make a difference? How? There's lots of ways to make a difference, right? Hitler made a difference.
That checks out.
Literally, if he didn't exist, the world would be different.
Vastly
different. There would be no borders in the Middle East.
Yeah?
Yeah. There'd be different borders in the Middle East, that's for sure.
Oh, well, yeah. All right, so I have the FAQ up here. What are you looking for?
Just go down. You're a New Yorker, right?
Okay, so this is, who is your ideal candidate?
Yeah. All right, you have serious plans to contribute, whether socially, economically, culturally, environmentally, or otherwise. You have a divergent and unique vision for how to make New York City a place where people yearn to live and concrete ideas on how to achieve it. So just give Wu-Tang more things. What are we talking about here?
What do you mean?
Just make New York the way it used to be and people would want to live here.
What do you mean the way it used to be?
First, start off open bars. That's my first thing. Open bars all the time.
You're gonna get the bars to open up, all the bars for $200,000.
Just open the bars. Just tell Cuomo, here's $200,000. Open the bars. That'll get people to want to live here again. Look, they honeypotted everybody and said, yeah, we're opening indoor dining. And how many people do you know that came back as soon as they did that and they were like, oh, just kidding, only until midnight?
Wait, for real?
Yeah, dude. I know mad people who just came back as soon as they said they were opening shit up and then they didn't actually open shit up. Shit still closed at midnight. The whole neighborhood's dead when I was walking over here. What else? What else do they want? You get things done. I started this podcast. You truly need the prize. All right, I feel like we went over these last week.
We did, 100%.
All right. Nothing has changed.
No, still qualify.
Why are these so vague?
I don't know.
Keep going. What do they want? You can't have already done it. Already done what?
What do you not fund? People who are focused outside of NYC.
That's not me.
Have you already done it?
Done what? Been funded by the David Prize? No.
Okay. David Prize was under individuals with experience that suggest they can carry out their vision. They're already doing amazing work, and people will vouch for it. But they are also people with potential to do more amazing work to improve New York City. So, are you going to be a rest on your laurels guy if you get this $200,000?
No, I will stimulate the economy if you give me $200,000. At least.
I mean, you're in your 30s and you're semi-retired.
Yeah, but if you give me $200,000, I will spend it.
All right, well, do you already have funding or glory?
I mean, is this glory?
Fair.
I mean, I got dough, but not enough.
Okay, do you represent a team-generated effort, or does the goon stand alone?
I have to stand alone on this one. I have to stand alone to earn the David Prize.
You're just gonna stab me in the back, just like that.
Well, no, you're always beside me as my stalwart producer, Mike. But it is, I mean, did you turn your mic off to spite me?
I turned it off because people walked in the room.
Oh. Yeah, I don't understand.
Okay, well, and you don't need brick and mortar space. There's not going to be no lease. It's just a one-time prize. The $200,000 is going to do it for you, right?
So what is the thing we have to do with the $200,000? Do we have to fund the arts?
I don't know. Okay, when you say any New Yorker, do you mean it? This is important.
What are some good ideas for New York? What can help revitalize New York and make New York to be the New York that people wanted to move to? I feel like just giving people heroin on the streets. That made people want to live here.
No. No one, no. Why?
I don't know. People seem to really want to live here when there's a bunch of dope heads in the Lower East Side. Apartments were super expensive.
There's a bunch of dope heads on the Lower East Side right now. So what are we talking about?
What do you do with $200,000 that really makes people want to come to New York? What could you build? A Waffle House. That's it. We'll open a Waffle House if you give us $200,000. That's what New York is really missing. Whenever you think about what New York is missing, do you not think of Waffle House?
I mean, New York definitely is missing a Waffle House, by definition.
All right, we probably would have like $100,000 left over, and then you know what we built with $100,000 left over?
Another Waffle House?
Nah, the lair that the Foot Clan had in the first Ninja Turtles movie.
Yo, I always wanted that lair, and it's in a sewer. Can't cost more than $100,000.
There were skate ramps and arcade machines.
Yeah,
and that shit. I guarantee you didn't live in New York, but you knew that was in New York.
Yeah.
And you were like, yo, if I moved to New York, maybe I could just like pickpocket and pass that shit off, and then I could just then I could just play Arkanoid with the shredder.
Just go steal some fucking Nikes off some old lady.
That's probably like $100,000. $100,000 for the Waffle House. The fucking Foot Clan lair could be under the Waffle House. So here's the thing: you out there in the after hours partying in the fucking Foot, because obviously the Foot Clan lair is really that's the after hours spot. That opens up late. People doing graffiti and shit. Remember they were doing graffiti inside?
Yeah, dude.
That's the art.
You got 14-year-olds running around with cartons of cigarettes.
Dog, that's
for free.
That's an art space. It's a business training facility, right? And then upstairs,
mini cult.
And yeah, exactly. We're teaching kids discipline, fucking ninjutsu, Arkanoid, fucking skateboarding. This is gonna be it's gonna like a rec center and like you learn Asian culture. It's like a Buddhist kind of deal. And
beautiful.
Then right upstairs, Waffle House.
Love it.
I think this is our plan for this.
Okay.
You're gonna put the submission packet together after you win your fight.
Yeah. I mean,
for next week, it needs to be submitted by next week.
It does?
By the time we're recording next week for the show. So you have a week and a half. We're not recording for a week and a half.
Okay.
It's got to be in by next Friday. We're recording this on a Tuesday, Mike.
Okay.
I mean, I thought you were going to walk through your opponent at LS Mania.
I'm just trying to figure out how to submit. All right. Apply. This says that I have until December 4th.
No, we need to talk about it on the show next week. We need to follow up on this. Foot Clan lair under a Waffle House is what New York City needs. Those are the two things that would lure people to New York City.
You really want me to attach my name to this on a thing where they're giving away $200,000?
You just put my name on it. It's fine.
But I could actually really use that $200,000 to like get my life together.
You know what would help get your life together? Learning how to skateboard and eating hash browns covered in sausage gravy.
Fucking Chris, man, dude, there's so many better ideas than a Waffle House over
Mike.
The Foot Clan lair.
Mike. The floor has been open. You've said nothing.
I mean,
Look, here's the thing, Mike. I opened the floor to you. You had nothing. Clearly, the idea that the show is going with is Waffle House over a Foot Clan lair. That's what we're doing. We got to give an update. We did not win the David Prize. Now, you pointed out that I might not have been the right color to win the David Prize. Pull up the 5 winners of the David Prize, none of whom are the same color as me. But I did get a very nice rejection letter. If you don't remember, earlier this year or last year when there's a prize where you get $200,000 to help better New York. Mm-hmm. And we were going to better New York by building a Waffle House, because I'll tell you this, I ate at Waffle House when I was in Georgia last week, and We could use a Waffle House in this fuck. First of all, pancakes are not as good as waffles. Anybody who thinks that pancakes are better than waffles, stop listening to the show. We don't need you.
Trash.
You're a fucking loser. Like, I want my fucking breakfast pastries to be fucking, to need their own appliance. That's class right there. If you need to buy a thing, if something has to be on your wedding registry for you to absorb little fucking, I like the little squares full of syrup. It's like a gusher, but for fucking syrup. You know what I'm saying?
Syrup gushers. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Following, loud and clear.
So did you pull those? Did you have those people? Mm-hmm. So let's just read some of these names. Domingo Morales.
Okay, that was the easy one.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna say Adafe Akporo.
Okay.
Right?
I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
I mean, Akporo is that's pretty standard. Let's see what these guys do. Domingo Morales is a compost guru. I'm just going to throw that out there. That sounds like a garbage man. Compost guru?
Does sound suspiciously like a garbage man.
Right? Doesn't that sound like custodial engineer? Like, I'm just throwing that out there. That doesn't sound nearly as good as Waffle House with a lair for the Foot Clan under it. The Foot Clan being run by the Shredder in the Ninja Turtles movie, and there would be like half pipes and shit and like arcade games and ninja training, because you know something? That's where you learn discipline, and that's what New York City needs post-COVID is discipline. So we need a Foot Clan lair. But anyway,
Chris, it's pronounced discipline.
Correct. My mistake. Go back to now we have Adafe, who I'm going to call Ed Akporo. Eddie Ock is a dope name.
Yo, Eddie Ock is kind of tight.
Eddie Ock is a fucking like if your name is Eddie Ock and you have a tight lineup, you are fucking lots of white chicks in high school. Like just right?
Not arguing.
Go back to the thing. I want to read some of these other names. This is the hard one. This is gonna hurt. This is a very pretty young lady. Her name is Cielo Villa, entrepreneur, Queens.
Isn't entrepreneur what every unemployed guy puts in his Tinder bio?
Or a drug dealer. I mean, she probably just owns a business, right? Like, so that used to be a thing. Like back in the day, that would be like a codified, like somebody. So the term entrepreneur has gotten a little bit less taboo. If somebody told you they were an entrepreneur in like the 60s, that's like an unemployed man.
Yeah.
Now that's somebody that's still an unemployed man, right? Like
doing some things, got some irons in the fire.
You got some irons in the fire, you know. Mostly you're taking a big bag of things and dividing it into a small bag of things.
I'm going to pay that money back.
Yeah, you're going to pay that money. Maybe you own 3 or 4 of those vending machines with the little balls that have like homie figurines in them. Like, you know, you're an entrepreneur. You know, you steal parking meters like Cool Hand Luke. Go back. Let's see some of these other. There's one more, right? Is it just 2? Or is it 2?
There's 5 winners, $200,000 apiece.
So Suzette Brown, Dr. Suzette Brown.
Don't forget the doctor.
She's a doctor. She kind of looks like that doctor who was all for, you know, that shit that Trump was all for. You know, the COVID medication.
Oh, Colox. Oh, fuck, yeah.
Yeah. I don't even remember anymore.
Chloroquine?
Yeah.
Chloroquine.
And Manuel Castro, who's an organizer. Oh, like your girl for the OnlyFans. She's an organizer. Yeah. It's the same thing.
He comes to your house. He yells at you wearing skimpy clothing.
Yeah, exactly. Can we just throw this out there? Activist and organizer. Those are the same thing. You just had to make it seem like you got 5 different. And I guarantee you that entrepreneur that's in there, she's also an activist or organizer.
She's an active organizer.
She's actively organizing entrepreneurships. That's what she's doing. Like, so none of them, I don't know what any of their pitches are because they won't tell you because they know that we had the best pitch. Look, I got a nice rejection letter from them. Here's I'll read the rejection letter, Mike. Hi, Christopher. Hi. And then you go full name Christopher. It's a little much. Hi. A little informal there, David Prize. Thank you for submitting your vision to the David Prize. How great is it that somebody actually had to read that horseshit?
Fucking awesome.
It's
so it's like they're putting $1 million up, plus they got to pay people to read shit.
yes.
And yours was
Better than, I guarantee you, anything that some actively organized entrepreneur put out there, because I am an actively disorganized entrepreneur, but I'm an idea man. That's right. See, if my face was on there, it'd be like this. I'd be looking up into the sky like this, Mike, and it would say idea guy. It would say idea. It would say visionary. That's what it would say, visionary. That's a way better name. Unfortunately, hold on. We recognize this year has been particularly challenging and appreciate you taking time to share with us. Unfortunately, we won't be moving your submission to the next round. We know this is disappointing, but because nearly 10,000 New Yorkers engaged in our open call, 10,000. Now, look, that's a lot of submissions that they went through. Nearly 10,000?
Do you think all right, real honest truth, right? Because it is 10,000. That's a lot of reading. Do you think they just like Googled your name and was like, I mean, he's white, so.
Snake Dick, Legend of the Manaconda. I think maybe this guy's fucking with us.
Wait, you're telling me.
You're telling me that the author of Snake Dick, Legend of the Manaconda, also has a plan to fix New York post-COVID?
You're telling me the guy whose idea is to make a Waffle House / training center for young ninjas.
Look, you know what the city needs is ninjas, Mike. You know, it's a fucking recession-proof business. Ninjas and waffles. It's too recession-proof. Everybody needs waffles, especially ninjas, because they get hungry. You need carbs and sugar when you're fucking fighting into the night. All right? Mm-hmm. How else are you going to blend into the shadows?
I mean, there's not.
You need energy.
I mean, you can't really be blending into the shadows if you're putting on waffle weight.
No, they're burning the calories with all the ninjutsu.
It's fair. I guess my problem is, right, when the Foot Gang was terrorizing New York back in the early 90s, it was a massive crime wave. So I don't think you'd be helping the city by unleashing the Foot Clan on New York.
That's jobs, Mike. Jobs for young Asian Americans that are being put out of work by Joe Biden. You know, Rand Paul was onto something.
The government does want to kill Asian Americans.
Yeah. It's not the first time. Remember when they interned them in the 40s? I'm trying to help them. Look, ninjutsu is a growth industry, all right? Look, that's a skill set that is going to bring you far, all right? Look, if you can disappear and then reappear, that's a skill that you could use for anything. Maitre d'-ing. Like, imagine if your maitre d' could disappear and reappear.
Nice.
And then possibly construction work, right? If you have to walk on girders, you need balance. You know?
Getting away from a woman you impregnated, coming back if he becomes an NBA star.
Yes. We had to make some tough decisions due to volume, but please accept our gratitude and consider letting us know how your work has progressed in the next open call. I mean, how has our work progressed, Mike?
I feel like they're challenging us. They're like, you can't.
I went to Waffle House, so our work has progressed.
You're not wrong.
Like, I bought some ninja stars. I'm getting pretty good at throwing them at my cat. I almost hit her.
Why?
She got to keep her on her toes, man. She's getting old. You know, she's got to fucking learn how to dodge ninja stars. You know?
It feels like something you should have taught her as a kitten, but okay.
No, she's got to learn now. She's got to get more spry. You know what I mean? Look, what we got to get is some of those, you know, those stupid claw things that they sell for you to climb walls? The hand claws? We got to get some of those. That'll help you, you know, distribute waffles.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we do that. We're like right there.
Yeah. We'll be sharing the latest on this year's David Prize through social media and our newsletter, including announcing finalists in the summer and winners in the fall. We hope you follow along and stay in touch. Again, thank you. New York needs every person to help rebuild and reimagine, and we're excited to see what you do next. So here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Well, my question is, are those last year's winners that we just looked up?
Possibly. Oh, yeah, they must be.
Because if they're not announcing winners till the fall. So you've been eliminated already. Like there's other people who are still in the running, right? Who aren't going to win.
Yes.
Who aren't the people that we just...
Yeah, we didn't even get into the second round, which seems kind of crazy.
Unacceptable.
It seems crazy that we wouldn't get into the second. I'll tell you this. I have a friend, my buddy who's an architect. He went out to dinner with a girl who worked for an organization that submitted to the David Prize, and they moved to the next round.
Why don't we have him on?
I don't think he wanted to talk about this. I don't think he wanted to. He as soon as I started asking about it, he felt like he should have. He had said too much.
He didn't want to risk.
I mean, whatever social circle situation this was going to be. But he said he brought it up at dinner that our plan, and they were like, "Well, that's a much better idea."
The guy who...
The lady, Mike.
The lady?
It's not always a guy.
You're telling me ladies? They're going to give a lady $200,000.
They're going to give a lady something called the David Prize? How non-binary of them.
Bro, they give a chick...
She's going to be the health secretary of the United States.
There you go. They give a chick $200,000. She's spending that on Lululemon and purses.
Just those two things. No food. Nope.
Dude, if you just give a chick $200,000 and you're like, here, just improve New York. She's gonna come back with 100,000 in leggings and 100,000 in purses.
You just give a woman that much money. Just like, go improve this city. Well, I had to take a wellness day. It seems that you spent $70,000 on a massage. Well, it was a nice massage. Women will spend. It's crazy. She's like, well, I have to get the onions that are already cut before I make a stir fry. I'm not cutting onions in my house, and then that's how you go broke as a woman.
It's fair.
I don't know a man who buys that product.
Already chopped onions?
Already chopped onions. You buy that?
I mean, I can't be seen crying like a bitch.
You can cry in your home. You're a man.
Nah, dude, I don't cook. I don't buy food.
Thank God. All that money you're saving not buying food, you could be paying off your $20,000 in debt. Damn, if we had gotten that David Prize, we could have probably paid off your debt, but opened this Waffle House, started this fucking crazy dojo. I always want to get nice with a comma.
Which one's the comma?
That's that fucking bow staff with the fucking big ass knife at the end.
That sounds dope.
Hell yeah! If I was fucking nice with that, people finally start respecting me around here. For my comedy.
For your comedy?
Exactly.
Ugh. Chris, I quit.
As you should. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you subscribe to the show on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get podcasts. And make sure you follow me at Chris from BKLYN on Twitter. Also, of course, make sure you support our sponsor. That sponsor is Vinylgraph. With Vinylgraph, you can make custom graffiti pieces that are on vinyl stickers that adhere to your wall. They're reusable. You can take them down, use them again. Vinylgraph.com. It's VINYLGRAFF.com. Use the promo code Chris1 at checkout, and they're going to give you a sweet 10% discount. That's vinylgraph.com. Use the promo code Chris1 for a discount.